Hey everybody, this is Shane R. Monroe, and today we're going to try to explain and show off how 40 hertz makes a big difference. Now we're using this game Next Machina, or Machina rather, because it actually goes into a demo mode, so I don't have to sit here and play. We can talk and watch at the same time. So it's going to go into demo mode now. Right now we're not using any sort of optimizations. This is set for unlimited frame rate. We can take a look at our settings here. Right, so we have there's nothing special. We're not limiting anything. There's no governor on this whatsoever. This is a game, a house marquee game, by the way, and you can see that it's running just above 60 frames per second. Look how incredibly smooth and silky and glassy that this game runs. So I'm recording this at 60 FPS and 4K just to make sure that we can get a full understanding. Now take a look, we're about to end and we are at 22.6 watts, 22.7, 22.8. And that's going to give us a remaining battery time of 1 hour and 54 minutes. So we are closing in on 23 watts, 23 watts. It looks great, but it's also draining the crap out of the battery. So a lot of people, the first thing that they're going to want to do is they're just going to cut the frame rate in half. They're going to go to 30. And say, let's see if I can live with that, because technically speaking, that should give us twice as much, right? But you'll notice that our frame rate, our refresh rate is still set at 60. So take a look here. We definitely are capped at 30 frames per second. Now take a look at the game. The game, if you didn't know what the game actually ran like and you'd never played the game before, maybe you would buy into that looks good. But it does not look good. It looks like absolute crap. And it's very easy to see. It looks like crap. I mean, it's very, very choppy. This is not what you want. This is not what you want to play. Not for a house marquee game where they spend all this time making this super sleek, glassy look. But take a look. Look at our battery life and our wattage. We're using 10.8, 10.9. Let's see where we top out at here. You also notice we have 4 hours of battery life left, which people might say, this looks good enough if I can have 4 hours of battery life. So we closed out at 10.8, which is very, very good. But you suffered a lot on the performance there, right? We're going to bring this up. We're going to set our refresh rate down to 40. We're then going to set our frame limit at 40. All right, you can see here, it's definitely holding up at 40 FPS. Now, the real difference here is, now, here's what we want to look at. We want to look at our total wattage usage. We want to look at our remaining battery time, and we want to take a look at our frame rate. But more importantly, take a look at the performance of the game. Now, this is not 60, and you don't have to be a genius to see that it's not 60, but it's also not 30. And this is something that me, having played the living crap out of this game, this is smooth enough not to pass as 60, but it's smooth enough to play. And I think it's really important to be able to see the difference between 60, 30, and 40. Take a look over here. We're now at about 12 watts. We've got 3 hours and 40 minutes. 3 hours and 40 minutes. Let's see where we top out at here. 12.1, 12.2. 3 hours and 35 minutes. And all we had to do was put ourselves at a frame limit of 40 and a refresh rate of 40. That's how much we saved. That's the difference. Did you also, and I don't know how well it'll come over the phone microphone, is how little fan you heard, right? So I don't know the best way to record the sound of the fan, but you didn't really hear it. At 60, you heard it. It came on. It ran. So let me, so let's go to let's see if we can get this boosted up here. There we go. Can you hear the fan? I can. It's definitely there. Now, to me, listen, if I had the volume, if the game was actually playing audio, you wouldn't even hear the fan. But it's there, right? It's chewing through power like crazy. And so really, we didn't have to give up a lot to go to 40. We gave up some, but it still looks smooth. It's an amazing thing that they managed to pull off here with this, and it really makes it's an entirely different story when you can save that much power and you can get that much more playtime and not sacrifice the quality. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed looking at that. It's a little bit of an oversimplification, but hopefully that gives everybody an idea as to why 40 hertz refresh rate and 40 FPS is something that really makes a difference. I'm Shane R. Monroe, and as always, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, blah, blah, blah. You know what to do. Thanks so much, everybody.